Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So first off, let me just say that eBay, hey, they've turned the lights back on. That was the title of my last week's video, and then man, it just kept on going. So as you can see from the thumbnail and from the title, this is my best week ever in sales by a good margin, by $100, which for me, you know, is pretty good. That's like what is that, almost a 10% increase over my best week ever. So $1,184.30 in 1 week for me. As a part-time reseller, that's really good. So let's just go over some quick numbers here. $1,184.30 in sales. That is across, what's this, 30 items. That's 11 on eBay, 15 on Poshmark, and 4 on Facebook Marketplace, just local deals. And it works out for a 60.8% net profit margin. So my net profit for the week was $720.21. And if I'm just looking at income, actual cash flow that these sales have created after fees and shipping costs, $1,006.50 in cash flow. Cash is king, so man, just having that much money rolling in. Now, of course, that doesn't mean I actually see all of that money roll in this week, but that's the revenue that is generated from these sales. So yeah, I'm super pumped. I mean, after having a just terrible week 2 weeks ago, where everything just dipped and eBay didn't work for like a week, now just rebounding so nicely and almost hitting $1,200 for the week is just insane. So really pumped. Let's get into the actual items. First up is this new with tags LL Bean. This is called the River Driver Henley. I paid $6.04 for this and sold it for $33.33 plus shipping. My net profit on that was $26.76. And I'm not going to mention it every time, but because between now and the end of the year, some of these items I will have made a little bit of money on the shipping because I've got a special rate from Canada Post between now and the end of the year, just as like a Q4 boost. So that does play into effect here on the higher margin, but definitely still had some good sales. But anyway, all right, next item. J. Jill gray button cuffed sweater. I don't know, just like a button detail on the cuffs there. Paid $7.48 for that. I sold it for $20 plus shipping. My net profit was $15.27. These Harley Davidson distressed jeans, paid $7.19, sold for $20. The buyer paid a good amount more in shipping than it actually cost me, again due to these reduced rates for now. So $16.75 in net profit. This is the big sale of the week, and you know, one of the reasons why this was a record week. So this is a Dave Steeb bobblehead with the game tickets. So this is a 20th anniversary bobblehead that was sold in 2010 in Toronto. Dave Steeb threw a no-hitter back in 1990. I was 7 years old when that happened. I remember it happening, watching it on TV. I paid up for this item. I paid $52.89 after taxes at Value Village, but I sold it for $218.98. Buyer paid $31 in shipping. It was going expedited parcel here in Canada. I was able to use one of my free shipments. So Canada Post small business members every Tuesday in October get a free shipment. So I was able to save that amount as well. So I had a net profit of $150.90 on that item. Had a little Facebook bundle here. A woman came and picked up 3 items from me. This official left-hander mug, which, you know, I'm saying was it was a cost of goods of $3, and I'm just saying that it sold for $10 because the 3 items went for $50. This Pyrex cookie jar, say that was a $10 cost of goods and a $20 sale price. And this Pokemon coffee maker, which I paid $10.11 for, and it sold for $20. So altogether, not huge profit. My cost of goods was $23.11, but I sold it for $50. So that is a net profit of $26.89. Alright, next up is this Nintendo 64 console, and this was a Hyper King controller, like a third-party controller with it, but it was like new. and total cost on that one was $32.20, and I sold that Facebook Marketplace for $125, so that was a good net profit of $92.80. Sold these two Affliction shirts. These sold super quick. Like, I did probably let these go for way too low, but when I was looking at comps before I listed them, they did not look like they sold that quickly for that much money. In any case, here's a gray one that sold, well, the bundle sold for $60. So I paid $5.46 for these, sold them for $30 each. And end of the day, my net profit is $30.19. Alright, sold this. This was one of the video games I had picked up out of a lot of 11 sealed PS3 games. I've made my money back on this already. And sold this one, the Saboteur. $10.64 buy cost. Sold it for $82, plus the buyer paid $12.99 shipping. All said and done, my net profit was $60.27. So I'm starting to make some good money off that lot now, and I've got another, I think, 4 or 5 left of that to sell. Sold these Mavi jeans, the skinny, the James in a size 32. I paid $3.60 for these. I sold them for $15 because I've just had them for way too long, and sold them for got a $7.45 net profit. This American Eagle kind of snowflake Fair Isle type sweater, paid $6.90 for this, sold for $25 on Poshmark. There was discounted shipping on that, so a $9.42 net. This North Face gray and red hoodie, I paid $7.48, sold it for $26 on Poshmark with discounted shipping, so a $9.36 net profit. Got this new with tags, J. Jill beige pants. Paid $7.19 for these, and sold them for $34. And the buyer did pay a few extra dollars on the shipping, so my net was $27.54. Sold these Kamek men's boots in a size 7. I paid $8.34 for these and sold them on Poshmark for $35, so that's a net profit of $19.66. Sold this Spider black and red ski jacket in a men's large. I've actually had this one since last year, and sold it, or paid $9.78 for it. Sold it for $39 on Poshmark, and there was some discounted shipping on that. So I did only make $17.74 on a jacket, but that's okay. I've had it for a long time, so I was happy to see it go. Sold this new with tags Fanatics Calgary Flames hat. Paid $1 for it. This and about 20 other hats, including this one that I'm wearing right now, paid $1 each. So this sold for $19.99. The buyer did pay $2.99 shipping, but since the expedited light parcel option is now available through eBay, I do pay the extra amount on these hats where I know I've got such a low buy cost. So buyer only paid $3 shipping. I covered the rest, and it actually cost $9.75 altogether. I made a net profit of $8.80, which I'm happy with. I could go back in and revise those listings, but it's fine. I'm making enough on those. Alright, this Patagonia organic cotton green shirt, paid $6.33, sold it for $30 on Poshmark, so that's a $17.67 net profit. This J. Jill gray cotton knit pullover, I paid $6.90 for it. This actually went as part of a 2-piece bundle. So the bundle went for $37, so we'll call it an $18.50 sale price for this. The other item was this new with tags Lane Bryant purple. It had like the cold shoulder cut out as well. So again, a $6.90 buy cost, $18.50 sell price. So yeah, not huge profit on it. Between the two items, it was only about $12 of net profit, but I moved 2 items that have been kicking around for a little while, so happy to see them go and make some money. This LL Bean linen classic fit size 18 pants, paid $7.19 for these, sold them for $26 on Poshmark. There was some discounted shipping, so my net profit was $9.68. This Iron Maiden 2012 tour shirt, I just bought this fairly recently for $5.46, sold it for $23 on eBay. and I'm covering the ship cost. Just letter mail untracked is what the buyer selected. So altogether, I make $9.76. This Polo Ralph Lauren gray shirt dress in an XL. I paid $7.99 for this and sold it for $30 on Poshmark, so my net profit was $16.01. One of these Robert Graham white check shirts, or one of the Robert Graham shirts I picked up recently. This one is the white check shirt. I paid $8.96 for this after taxes, and I sold it for $40 on Poshmark. There was discounted shipping, but still a $19.11 net profit. This cool cashmere quarter zip pullover, this men's kind of pullover thing. I've had this for longer than I thought I would. I paid $6.90 for it. It did sell for $35 on Poshmark, so I made $21.10 in net profit, but I'm just surprised at how long I've had it. I think I've had it since the beginning of the year. These new with tags, Levi's 569, straight leg, size 34, white denim. These did not last long. They sold within a few days of listing. I paid $7.88 for these, and they sold for $30 on Poshmark, so a $16.12 net profit. And also sold the Spider size medium, kind of like fleece vest. I paid $7.76 for this, and I sold it for $20, so an $8.24 net profit. This was another recent pickup, this J. Jill blue-green, bluish-greenish wool silk blend pullover. Paid $7.48 for it and sold it for $26 on Poshmark. There was some discounted shipping, so net profit of $9.39. And the last item of this week is this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tower of Doom, a board game. There are some missing pieces and whatnot. I paid $4.59 for this a few months ago now. So I took an offer on eBay of $15. I don't actually have the exact final numbers because the buyer hasn't paid yet, so I don't know what the exact amounts are. But knowing that I will probably save a little bit on the shipping, I'm estimating my net profit to be about $13 on this item. So there you have it. Another, hey, great week. My best week ever. $1,184.30 in sales, over 30 items. And yeah, a couple of big ticket items obviously helped that. But in Q4, getting the discounted shipping rates from Canada Post, I'm definitely using that to my advantage and, accepting those extra profit margins. Somebody has asked me why am I not refunding the buyer on that? Well, the buyer is making a purchase and paying a shipping amount that they are clearly comfortable paying. They're agreeing to purchase an item for a certain amount of money. And for this fourth quarter where I've got this ability, I'm going to reinvest that money in a thermal printer, which I just got. All the labels and things that I need, extra mailing supplies, shipping costs. Like, people don't realize that we actually don't make nearly as much as the buyers are paying on shipping. So like, we get charged fees on that as well, and taxes on that shipping amount as well, so which then generates more fees. So we're always taking a loss on the shipping, and so this is just a chance to recoup, restock those shipping supplies, get the thermal printer, which is huge. That's been super helpful. And make some of those reinvestments in the business, and then get back into Q1 and take the losses on shipping again. So, all right, that is it. $720 of net profit this week. I am pumped. Very, very happy with this. And I guess that's about it. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.